You're a very dangerous person. You run today. You put me away from my food, right here. But it's okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, ma'am. You're gonna be held in contempt twice. You can be placed in jail for up to 6 months.
Where were you that evening on October 7th of 2025?
Just about to go to sleep, laying in bed.
What happened? Were you able to go to sleep?
Ma'am?
Were you able to go to sleep?
I was trying to go to sleep until I was getting phone calls from Jonathan's mother.
And how do you know Jonathan?
I have his widow.
So you all have had a relationship in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
So on October 7th, you were getting calls from his mother.
Yes.
Did you have her number and knew who it was?
Yes, I had it saved.
Did you answer those phone calls?
Yes, ma'am, because I was getting calls from her in the middle of the night, having words, so I answered. And it was Jonathan on the phone. Jonathan wanted to speak to the kids, and I told them that the kids were sleeping because it was a Tuesday night at 11 p.m.
So you didn't allow him to speak with the kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Do y'all have any sort of formal custody order with
No.
these children? Do y'all have kind of an agreement worked out where you can both parent them in different ways?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happened after you told him he could not speak with his children?
He repeatedly called and called and called. Repeatedly was messaging me.
About how many times would you say that he called you?
Probably like 8-10 times he called. Was messaging me back to back off his mother's phone.
Did you ever speak to him after that initial call when you told him no?
No.
What happened after he continued to call you?
I got in touch with his sister-in-law, to get his dad's phone number so I can, call his mother to tell his mother that he was trying to get in touch with me and going on my phone and everything.
Was he supposed to be contacting you on October 7th of 2025?
No, ma'am,
Why?
because we have a protection order in place.
Your Honor, can I approach?
Yes.
To show you what's been marked as States Exhibit 1. Is this a copy of that protective order that you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Tender States Exhibit 1 is a certified copy of the protective order.
State's Exhibit 1 is submitted.
Would you like to see it, Judge?
Yes.
Sorry, could have gotten it a little closer there. And why did you have a protective order against Jonathan Brasino?
Because he abused me for years.
This was when y'all were in a relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
Did it continue after you were in a relationship with him?
When I left him, no, it didn't continue
But it was a continuous thing for a while.
for years.
Are you aware that he was placed on probation for a case earlier in 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
And that was a case that you chose to press charges on?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that the basis of this protective order?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long was this protective order supposed to be in effect?
For 2 years.
And you were aware under this protective order that he was not supposed to be in any contact with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Were there any other things in that protective order that he was not allowed to do?
Wasn't supposed to be in contact with me or within 500 feet within me.
Are you aware that the protective order prevented him from assaulting you or committing any further acts of violence on you?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happened? So let's go back
Hold on,
to,
just a second. Hey, Mr. Brazino, just sit quietly. You'll have a chance to testify. When you nod and shake your head to the responses, that can only mean you're trying to influence my decision. Or are you going to interrupt me when I speak to? You're just plain rude all the way around. You don't know any of the basic rules. We learned that when we were children. Don't interrupt. That's rude. She's testifying. Sit there quietly. Don't nod. Don't react unless it's impossible for you to do that. But let her testify under oath. You'll have a chance to respond if you wish. But shaking your head and nodding your head is only intended to try to influence somebody or to try to respond with a non-vocal type of communication. And you don't do that in this courtroom, okay? Just quietly sit there. If you need to talk to your attorney at any time, do that.
Yes, sir.
Quietly. Thank you. Go ahead.
to segue off of that, Ms. Vincent, do you see Jonathan Brasino here in the courtroom today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you identify him, point him out and identify a piece of clothing he's wearing?
Orange jumpsuit.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
Yes, it will.
So let's go back to October 7th of 2025. He's calling you multiple times. What happens after that?
I I ended up hearing banging on my door, my son screaming in the living room. And so I got up to go look out my window and I see Jonathan trying to push my door open multiple times.
So
So-
just, sorry to interrupt, just to clarify, is this the front door of your house?
Yes, ma'am, the front door of my house.
And where, just to give everybody a picture of where everything is situated, where is your bedroom in relation to where the front door is?
So for me being inside the house, my bedroom is from my point of view is the right side of the front door. So his point of view was the left side,
So if you're looking at the house, to the left would be
Yes,
where your
ma'am.
bedroom is, okay. And so from there, you could see him kicking the
Yes,
front
ma'am.
door.
So I started recording him, trying to push my door open, trying to get inside my house. He continued to try until, he realized he couldn't, and, he seen me in the window recording,
What were you using to record?
my iPhone.
So just the cell phone video?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened after he saw you in the window?
He pointed at me and he made a remark and he came to the window and punched it open and crawled through the window. And then charged at me.
Did he assault you once he was inside?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
He pushed me up against the wall, continued to ask me where is he, whose car is outside.
What happened after that?
I kept repeatedly telling him to ask him to leave, to get out of my house, and to please leave, and he wouldn't.
So he did not have your permission to be inside your house?
No, ma'am.
He did not enter with your consent?
No, ma'am.
Did he take anything from you?
Yes, when he realized that I had my phone in my hand when I was recording, he tried to yank my phone out of my hand. That's when he started getting in the wrestling for my phone.
So he was assaulting you while simultaneously trying to get your phone from you?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened after that?
He got my phone. He jumped out the window and I was trying to get my phone back from him, so I like pulling on his shirt. His shirt ripped off, so I jumped out the window with him and followed him. He jumped in his mom's car, he left and I got my car. And was trying to follow him to get my phone back, but I just went to his mom's house, cause I don't know where he went, he sped off.
So after he left with your phone, you didn't see him again?
No, ma'am, I couldn't catch up to him, he sped off.
Were you at his mother's house when the officers showed up looking for you?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened after that?
The officers asked me to go back to my house.
And did you drive yourself back to your house after that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you speak with officers at your house once you got back?
No.
You take a statement?
Yes,
Did you have any physical or visible injuries from what had happened when he broke through your window?
yes. My right arm was all bruised and
Do you have any cuts anywhere?
no,
Just bruising?
just bruising.
Did you feel pain from those bruises? Were you ever able to get your phone back?
No,
Were you ever able to retrieve the information that was on your phone?
yes.
How were you able to do that?
I guess I locked my phone whenever we were wrestling for my phone and everything saved to my iCloud. So the video that I had, it did save to my iCloud.
So it was on your account still and you were
Yes.
able to retrieve it that way. Did you ever see him again that night?
No, ma'am.
Runner may approach.
Yes.
I'm gonna show you what's been marked as States Exhibit 2. Do you recognize this?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this a copy of the video that you recorded on your phone that night?
Yes, ma'am.
Has it been, to your knowledge, has it been altered in any way?
No, ma'am.
Is it a fair and accurate representation of what you saw that night?
No.
On October 7th, 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
Tender states to defense for inspection.
No objection, Your Honor.
Admitted,
Ask that it be admitted and published.
you may.
So just for clarification, I know those videos are very brief. In the time between the first video and the second video, is that when he actually broke the window?
Yes.
And then you see him entering on that second video.
Yes, ma'am.
So they weren't taken
Yeah.
1 second after another.
Yeah.
There was a span of time when he was breaking through your window. And at any time, did you give him consent to enter your house through your window?
No, ma'am.
At any time, did you give him consent to assault you or take your phone?
No, ma'am.
And this happened on October 7th of 2025, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an active protective order issued out of the 317th Judicial District Court at that time? Nothing further for this witness.
Do you know why he was coming over to your house?
From all I knew that he was calling me off his mother's phone to speak to the kids, but
So his intent was come over here to see his kids or talk to his kids? I'm not saying it's a good parenting move. I'm just saying that's what it seemed like his intent was, correct? Last witness.
Nothing further for this witness,
Is
Judge.
this lady excused?
Yes, please.
You're excused, man.
Your Honor, I would like to put on the record that my client does not want to testify.
Okay.
Right.
So this defense rests.
But I want to I'll put on the record so that it knows or any kind of appeal knows that he chose not to testify.
Okay.
Can you swear him in so you can at least say that part?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements you make in the hearing that we're having now as your attorney is questioning you on some matters in this hearing? Is everything going to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Hold your hand.
Mr. Brasino, I have just asked you, did you want to testify and tell your side of the story? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you indicated you do not want to testify. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're making that choice from your own free will.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Also, based upon discussions and advice that you have sought from your attorney. You have to speak out.
Yes.
Yes, you can't take a nod. Okay. On.
That's right.
So the court finds that the defendant is voluntarily and knowingly elected to remain silent, which is his right. Anything else from the parties?
Nothing from.
Summarize the points you want to make and what the state is asking and what the defense is requesting. Thank you. And by the way, State's Exhibit 1 is made a part of the record for all purposes here.
Your Honor, based on the testimony from the officers and from Ms. Vincent, we believe that by preponderance of the evidence, the additional allegations on the motion to revoke probation in 24 BCCR 2199 have been proven true. You heard from the officers that responded to the scene. They observed that the window was broken from the outside in. They saw the glass. They did the investigation. They found her, realized that it was not a kidnapping, but did find that there was an active protective order against this defendant by this same victim. This is the same victim that was involved in the original case as well. You then heard from the victim, Kenzie Vincent, that on October 7th of 2025, she was at her home getting ready to go to sleep. And she began to receive calls from the defendant through his mother's phone. She was well aware that he was not allowed to contact her under the requirements of that protective order. And he not only contacted her as a violation of that protective order, he also showed up at her residence, which is another violation of the protective order. He was not allowed to be within a certain amount of feet from her. He violated that by being at the residence. He then went further and broke into her home through her window and physically assaulted her, causing her pain and bruising, and stole her phone. All of this is a violation of that protective order. It's also a violation of the probation that he was placed on back at the beginning of 2025. And it's a secondary felony of burglary of a habitation. We think all of this evidence is sufficient to revoke him on probation, and we are asking that he serve 10 years in prison.
Defense. Your Honor, regarding the burglary of habitation, Your Honor, I don't believe the state has established that there was a burglary of habitation. And the reason I say that is I asked the victim one question, which is the key question, is what was his intent? She says his intent was to come over to see his kids and do that. He has to break into the house with the intent to commit theft or commit assault, or I'm sorry, theft or a felon.
I'm gonna
Hold on.
check, Judge.
Didn't he take her phone?
I didn't say he did.
No,
I said he
that's what the, isn't that what the
Yes,
testimony
yes, so
is?
it's with the intent or commits a theft or an assault.
Well, I'm still gonna argue that he didn't have the intent to do that, okay? I think that he ended up leaving with the phone, wasn't his intent to steal the phone, it was not his intent to assault her. I think he got it.
What was his intent with the phone then, if it wasn't to take it?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Okay, you don't have a backup plan on that.
I can't say that, Your Honor. I don't know. I can't get into other people's mind. I don't know what anybody's intents are except my own. But I will argue that I did ask that question. We had asked for something less than 10 years. I'm not going to ask the court to continue on probation because I think the court sees what's going on here. But the state's asking for 10 years. We would ask for something less than 10 years.
Oh. The motion to revoke unadjudicated probation is hereby granted. Now, what should be done? State?
Per our previous argument, Judge, the fact that he has not only violated his probation, but committed 2 additional felonies as alleged in this motion to revoke, we are asking for the full 10 years.
Okay. Defense.
Your Honor, we're asking for less. This was a deferred probation. I do not believe he has a record. I'm not sure, but I know if he was given deferred probation, there was some reason. So we'd ask for something more along the lines of 5 years.
Anything you want to say, sir? Talk to John before you say anything so he can help guide you.
Nothing wrong.
Okay, you are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 10 years. You're a very dangerous person. You won today. You put me away from my food, right here. But it's okay. Hold on. Hold on. Officers, that lady is arrested. She will be held in contempt of court. She committed an outburst in front of this court. She will be held in contempt of court. We're not going to have this. Chaos is not going to rule the day. The rule of law will carry the day. She is being held in contempt of court, committing an act of contempt in front of this court and disrupting the proceedings. That lady, they've got her out there. That's, I guess, his mother. Court is not going to put up with chaos. We've had enough chaos with the defendant in his actions in this relationship that was supposed to be in love, but ended up being assaulted, choking, and then breaking into the home. This is not going to be allowed on this court's watch. The United States of America is supposed to stand for peace, following the rule of law, especially when you're supposed to have a quote love relationship. Ma'am, you're held in contempt of court. I'm sorry, ma'am. You're going to be held in contempt twice. You can be placed in jail for up to 6 months for your outburst, which disrupted this court. Shame on you. What is your full name, ma'am? And how are you related to the defendant? Yeah, okay. Well, now y'all are both in jail. You can't be making outbursts like that, ma'am. And you're interrupting the court, which is just plain, you're still interrupting. You can't help but not follow the rules. You have it on your terms. But this is the law right here. You have a chance to be heard. You can be very upset about what happens, but you can't jump up in the middle of a hearing when we're taking care of matters and start making outbursts, no matter how you feel. If everybody did this, we'd never be able to conduct any business. The business is supposed to be conducted under the rule of law. And that doesn't mean you can't be upset, but you can't disrupt the proceedings and then become the focus of attention. It's difficult for everybody, including the family. All right. Yes. No. Take the handcuffs off. She's expressed remorse. And I'm going to let her go.
Thank you, I apologize. That's not how I conclude.
I know, but still you have to follow the rule of law. I don't want to put people in jail just because they're family members and they're feeling affection toward the family members, but you can't disrupt the proceedings. That's a violation of the rule of law. Okay, all right. All right. Best wishes. I hope the family can, get out of this and get back together as a family unit. All right. That is all.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're looking at a dramatic courtroom case that took an unexpected turn. A man was on trial for violating a protective order, breaking into his former partner's home, assaulting her, and stealing her phone. Throughout the hearing, the prosecution presented evidence that the defendant repeatedly ignored court orders, forced his way into the victim's home through a window, and physically attacked her. The judge carefully listened to both sides before reaching a decision. After reviewing the testimony and evidence, the court revoked the defendant's probation and sentenced him to 10 years in prison. describing him as a dangerous individual whose actions showed a pattern of violence. But the drama didn't end there. As soon as the sentence was announced, the defendant's mother erupted in an emotional outburst inside the courtroom. The judge immediately ordered officers to arrest her for contempt of court, explaining that no matter how emotional a person feels, disrupting court proceedings cannot be tolerated. After calming down, the mother apologized sincerely for her behavior. Recognizing her remorse, the judge decided to remove the handcuffs and released her with a warning, reminding everyone that respect for the rule of law is essential, even during the most emotional moments. This case serves as a powerful reminder that violating protective orders and committing acts of violence can lead to severe legal consequences. It also shows that courtroom decorum applies to everyone, including family members. While emotions are understandable, the justice system depends on order, respect, and accountability. What are your thoughts on the judge's decision? Do you think the 10-year sentence and the handling of the mother's outburst were fair? Let us know your opinion in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more real courtroom stories.